Hello and welcome to the channel. We'll be doing this beginner's detailed walkthrough of Outer Worlds 2, and our character will be based on George MacDonald Fraser's Victorian era anti-hero, Harry Flashman, who's seen publicly as a brave and gallant hero, but privately through his memoirs, he's known to be a coward, liar, cheat, and scoundrel who is motivated only by his own self-preservation. If you enjoy this kind of detailed walkthrough, please take the time to subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up like, and leave a comment. Also, you can find us on Facebook. Dave Been Back Gaming has a Facebook page, and that is where I announce all of my YouTube uploads. So using the character generator, I think that this is about the closest approximation that I can get to pictures from the Flashman series of novels. Now for background, we're going to go ahead and pick Renegade. I think this is probably the best description of our Harry Flashman character. Most of these backgrounds are pretty nominal. You get some interesting dialogue choices based on these. I would say except for ex-convict. Ex-convict can give you some speech bonuses, get you out of some situations. Also, taking Lawbringer will remove some speech options. Professor can come in handy. And Roustabout will bring you some interesting speech outcomes. But we're going to stick to Renegade. And for the tutorial, regardless of what kind of character you want to play, I'm going to suggest that you pick Brilliant and Suave. And as a negative trait, pick Sickly. You'll be able to respec this after the tutorial, so I think this is the best setup to move through that part of the game. And then for the skills, we get to choose 3 instead of 2 because we picked Brilliant. So I'm going to suggest Hacking, Lockpick, and Speech. I think you'll find these will help you most as you work your way through the tutorial. And then based on your playstyle, we can always respec at the end of the tutorial. And so there's our recap. Again, this is what I would suggest choosing regardless of what kind of character you want to play. I'll go over the respec options at the end of the tutorial. And I'm going to go ahead and play on the normal mode.
Commander, I know we're rarely of the same mind where tactics are concerned, but you're the best agent we've got for, let's say, our unofficial missions. And few are as unofficial as this one. Your destination, the Arcadian system, is the source of all skip drive manufacturing. However, they also fall outside our legal jurisdiction, a fact which no doubt makes this mission all the more intriguing to you. We have recently discovered that the drives are somehow responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. Without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. I'll not waste either of our time reviewing how the end of civilization would affect your personal prospects. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives cause the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into an intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action.
I know you'll always do what serves you best. In fact, I'm counting on just that. May the law and your unerring sense of self-preservation guide you and your team.
And you will get a unique dialogue option there based on the background you pick. Sounds like he described our Harry Flashman character pretty accurately. And we'll just follow the waypoints here on the tutorial.
Commander, hey, Agent Pascal told me to bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cost that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. Yeah, impressive, huh? Way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long? It kind of does the same thing.
So just like in the original Outer Worlds, you have the tactical time dilation, or for those of you who are familiar with the Fallout series, VATS.
Oh no, they don't simulate it. It's the real McCoy. The lab coats swear it's perfectly safe. Science is amazing, ain't it? Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it. Well, Pascal likes to joke around, but I think she's being sincere when she says it's all about looking out for the people who can't defend themselves. Sandoval says he's got no time for weakness. He says we gotta save people because they're too stupid to save themselves, and that we have righteousness on our side. And Jepson, well, you know him, he don't talk much. So, what do you think?
And so this is an example of how the Outer Worlds 2 really shines. Your dialogue choices will have an impact on your character relationships. So I think the one that aligns most with Harry Flashman's ethos is this just part of the job. You got to look out for yourself.
Not looking to be contrary or nothing, Commander, but that runs counter to everything we're taught at the Academy. I'll give it some thought. Anyway, thanks for giving me the time of day. Most superiors wouldn't. Oh, I almost plumb forgot to tell you. It's near time for Agent DeVries to establish contact. She's like you, top tier, one of the Earth Directorate's best. I know you'll like her. Anyway, we ought to be getting down to the main room and open up the channel.
And as you could see, when we did pick that dialogue option, it did show that this will be remembered. So we have set the tone for our interactions with this character. We'll rizz him up a little bit.
No need to wait on my account, Commander. I'll join you in just a tick.
So if we follow the waypoint down here, it wants us to...
Commander, your credentials are required to open the channel with Agent DeVries. Yours are currently located in your cabin.
Don't worry, you're not the only one who needs their gray matter rewired after hibernating our way through skip space, Commander.
All right, so let's go get their credentials. They're going to be up here.
Your cabin door appears jammed, Commander. I've made an internal note for Agent Ibarra to look into the cause. In the interim, you will need to find another way in.
And luckily, that's not a problem for us. By the way, snag everything in here. We're going to go down there in just a second. As you can see, this door is currently sealed. So let's hop down. Then you're going to have to crouch. Stand back up. And then hop up. And you'll see this little round circle there. That means that we're crouched or sneaking. Go ahead and stand up, and you see that it goes away. Another great thing about this game is you will learn lots of information from terminals. So when you get a chance, always stop and read whatever's in the terminal. You'll find that knowledge you gain will help during interactions with other characters as well as speech checks. So I'll just clip right through there real quick. Get to pick up this helmet, and we get our credentials. And currently, that's all there is to grab in this room. I'm going to go over here where the sound effects aren't as loud. Now, it will not automatically don your helmet, so don't forget to do that as soon as you pick it up. Also going to show you some game options that I think are important. I would look at this. Often it is set to unlimited, and I would set it to the refresh rate of whatever monitor you're using. I have it turned down to 60. Have the music turned all the way off. I'm going to go ahead and turn this player helmet off. That way, it's a lot easier, if you remember from Outer Worlds 1, to see your character and other characters. So I've got their companion helmets always off. Also have the aim assist enabled and turned all the way up. Again, if this is your first time to play these kind of games, or especially this one, I would recommend this. You can go back later and change whatever settings you want, but for your first playthrough, these are the settings that I would suggest. Right, now that we have our card,
Commander, considering the danger and consequence of the mission we're about to undertake, I hope you'll forgive the lack of pleasantries. Arcadia is ruled by a dictatorship that calls itself the Protectorate. They are beyond secretive. However, it is their inability to even imagine that someone could infiltrate their system that has given us an advantage. One I've found a way to exploit spectacularly. As unbelievable as it may sound, once you make your way to my location in the Skip Labs, we will be liberating an unsealed Skip Core.
and you see we get this option due to our renegade background.
Then you know what I'm speaking of. But the whole story about the explosive seals being necessary to complete the circuit so they'll function? Well, it's a lie. The seals are just there to conceal the inner workings of the drive so no one else can duplicate them. Examining an unsealed one will be invaluable in helping our lab coats figure out how they caused the rifts. But you'll first need to make your way to the station proper from the landing pad. Hopefully none. Our mission's timing is fortuitous. Most of the sector's security was reassigned to the far side of the station in preparation for the imminent visit of their sovereign's family. They decommissioned several landing pads, including ours, to give them fewer points of entry to guard, giving us fewer chances to be intercepted. You'll just need to reroute power to open the door to the sector once you've landed. Once you gain access to the sector, you'll need to shut down their communications to keep them from alerting anyone to our presence. Then, you'll need to handle their combat mechs.
And then because of our hack skill, we get this option.
Likely you'd need to find a control terminal to access. If you can, though, shutting them down before they even know you're there is advisable. They're relentless and well-armored. I've managed to leave caches of tools and intel for you throughout the sector. I'd take advantage of all of them, were I you. This may sound simple, but I cannot stress this enough. Do not underestimate the danger we face.
Come on, Agent. Haven't you heard? We're the best and brightest. We infiltrate corrupt governments before breakfast most days.
Do you think this is some kind of joke? The Protectorate are the worst of the worst and will not hesitate to string you up if you're caught, if you're lucky. They think nothing of regularly chemically lobotomizing their own subjects for even the slightest error. Your life isn't the only one at risk here.
And you'll kind of see a pattern where the first option is kind of the nicest, and then you kind of move through.
Don't tell me to calm down. You know what I've sacrificed? What I'm prepared to sacrifice still? I've spent the better part of a year laying the groundwork for this mission. I don't need a team led by some self-serving raconteur who plays fast and loose with the rules whenever it suits them, fouling it up.
And then because of our speech option, we have 1 point of speech. You can pick this one.
Yes, of course. You are in command here. I apologize if I allowed my nerves to get the better of me. It will not happen again. I promise you. I need to go now. My absence will be noticed soon. Once you land, I'll patch in over comms and guide you through the sector.
Augustine! I mean, Agent DeFreeze. I just wanted to say we're all looking forward to working with you.
Who? Niles? Is that you? Law, what are you doing here? It's been so long.
I'm an agent. First assignment. Suppose I look a mite different now. Less grease. Oh, and no more smelling like fuel neither. Most days. Can't wait to see you once this is over, Agent. And good luck.
Same to you, Ibarra. DeVries out.
Navigator's warmed up in the cockpit, Commander. Whenever you're ready to fly us in.
Okay, and before we do that, though, let's have some conversations with those that are around us.
Ready to move out, Commander.
For what it's worth, Commander, I appreciated how you tried to smooth things over with DeVries back there, but Pascal needs to get her head right if our team's to operate smoothly. Not sure what DeVries was getting on about, though. She wasn't such a respected agent. I might just have taken offense on your behalf. Anytime, Commander. You see what an opportunity this mission is, right? Bringing another colony under the Earth Directorate's righteous control? Seems to me, Arcadia had their chance. It's time for us to put an end to this farce and set them on the right path. Glad to hear you still got your principles intact. That I'm not the only one. Thought everyone was getting soft around here. Nothing left to do now but show these folk what the Earth Directorate is all about.
All right.
Apologies for all that back there with DeVries, Commander. I appreciate you sticking up for me all the same. But what was that all about? I was just offering up reassurances and Super Agent Extraordinaire DeVries lost her head. A crack from me shouldn't have brought that on. This whole mission, there's something off. I mean, Law, we'd not even heard tell of this colony before, and they're the only ones manufacturing skip drives? How's that possible?
Yep, a little foreshadowing there.
Sure. Why should we be concerned about all the mystery in a forward agent whose gray matter is starting to leak from her ears? Seriously, though, us sneaking around on a mission of such import just don't sit right with me. We're the Earth Directorate, Void, damn it. When we arrive, everyone should know it. The guilty should be soiling themselves, throwing themselves on our mercy. And just how is it any colony can be outside our jurisdiction? Don't make no sense. Any fool could see that. Even Sandoval. Nothing, if you don't take his unwavering belief in our righteousness and his refusal to think for himself seriously. I personally find him hilarious, truth be told. And there's no one I'd rather have backing me up in a fight. He can shoot the head off any local indigenous gnat-like insects at 100 meters. I mean, besides you. Like if it was just down to the two of us, me and him. We all gotta go sometime, Commander. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta commence with my pre-mission ritual. Guess your gray matter is still foggy from hibernating, ain't it? My pre-mission ritual of 3 bowls of purple berry crunch? Isn't it great? The copious amounts of sugar really helps keep you sharp. They say it's 50% by volume, but it feels like twice that.
So a little Outer Worlds humor there.
Awaiting docking procedures, Commander.
Well, that was something. She was different than I remember her. But then she would be, wouldn't she? Just hope she's doing all right. Reckon the secretive nature of the mission and this import must be weighing on her something fierce. I hope it was okay to talk to her direct like at the end there. We were certainly, friendly. Augustine saved my life when the Earth Directorate swooped in and liberated Triangulum. Left an impression, you might say. Now that I've been cleared for active duty and got my certifieds all in order, I hope I can repay the favor someday. There'll be time to jaw about all that later. But all that she was saying about you, Commander, ain't sure it sits right with me. Whatever you say. Commander.
Another little foreshadowing there. You can go in here. There is like a sick bay area. And a little engineering room in here. Get what we can. And we'll follow our waypoint. To go to the Horizon Point station. So, something I'll try to demonstrate throughout this tutorial is always take your time to investigate your surroundings. There's lots of goodies to pick up. You're going to want to pick up everything you can, because actually this game has no carry weight limit. Get in the habit of jumping up on top of things and looking around. Always be on the lookout for the scaffolding. So I think that's everything that's around the landing strip here. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. But again, just get in the habit of spending that time
Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only as strong as its
So we had a little propaganda there from the sovereign.
On which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. And the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Commander, Abara and I will secure the building down here, while you're upstairs restoring power to the door.
Oh, but first, let's do a thorough looting.
As its basest elements, the dirt on which it is built, which is each and every one of you. Yes, you. You are not just a cog in the machine. You are the cog in the machine that keeps us productive. I may be your
And we see we have this, but we need a mag pick.
upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed alone. So be diligent. And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences.
Agent DeVries's orders still stand. Power must be restored to the door in order to proceed into the sector.
And we see we have this little bit over here.
Get flash bright in here?
See that we have this Protectorate trooper. This power fuse. Some goodies over here. A little storytelling there. I guess the sprat, between the sprat and him pulling that fuse out. Short circuits everything. Let's put that back in.
The electrical system misfired somehow. Security has been triggered. This needs to be dealt with quickly.
And go ahead and get some good scrap off of him.
Commander, we finished our sweep.
Now we'll take a minute, talk to these guys.
Wager we could use the intercom to call for help, Commander. Must be a guard around here somewhere who can shut the mechs down. Screen's broken, so should be nothing to pass yourself off as one of their own.
Or we could try shutting them down ourselves. I spied some controls just past the gate that looks like they operate the mechs. I also found a vent around the corner might get us inside in a less conspicuous manner than strolling through the front gate. Though you'd have to pick the lock to see for sure.
Well, luckily we have both hack and lockpick, so we're going to pick this conversation.
Oh, I came prepared, Commander. Here's everything you'll need.
And we get some free items. Thank you very much. Again, go ahead and use these terminals. You can find out a little bit about Cadet Mowry that we've found deceased upstairs. Let me get a little bit of his story. Now, there's a couple of things you can do. You can go ahead and try to call in for help. You can go through here, but we'll save that all for later. Actually, we want the XP from these robots, as well as their scrap. They're pretty easy to take out. Now, what we want to do is hit each of them once. And our companions will start taking them out. As long as we've tagged them once, we'll get the opportunity to scrap them.
Didn't waste no time reducing those mechs to scrap metal, eh, Commander?
So now let's go back.
In the machine that keeps us productive, I may be your sovereign, the protector of Arcadia, and the bedrock upon which our system is built. But even I can't succeed.
Get the XP there.
And remember, failure will be met with severe consequences. Beloved subjects, we all know that a structure is only
There's some goodies you can get in here. You can even shoot these sprats. Also, don't forget to go under here. And let's go back and talk to...
Which is each and every one.
Cadet Warden 4th Class Corbin receiving. It's a glorious day in the Protectorate. How can I serve? Wait a moment. You're calling from landing pad 0-53? That's listed as decommissioned. And yet the defenses have come online? Please be so kind as to inform me of your name and ID number so that I may report you for this infraction. And hurry, please. The transmission of the Sovereign's family's arrival will start any moment. I can scarce afford the demerits missing it would entail.
So let's go ahead and use the badge.
Maori? Oh, now I understand. I'd heard you were, that your condition wasn't, optimal. What? I know I shouldn't be asking this, but what was it like? The mental refreshment?
Oh, it was great.
No! I mean, yes! Of course I would. Willingly. Were I to fail to adequately fulfill my duties to the Sovereign and the Protectorate, I am pleased you have been returned to us as a fully functioning subject.
Then we'll use our speech.
I can't do that. I mean, I would, it's just... You know what, though? In your condition, you're unlikely to even remember this discussion. So it should be of no consequence to me. I will disable the defenses for you, Maori. But in the off chance you happen to recollect any of this, I beg you never speak of it. And please, do not go around pressing any buttons or fussing with any more whatsits. You wouldn't want to be sent back to... reassigned again.
Mike, slick how you fooled that guard, Commander.
Let's not waste time congratulating ourselves.
Okay. Now that didn't result in any XP. But as I said, let's make sure that we fully explore this area before moving on. I want to go back around here. Now, if we'd wanted to, we could have snuck down through here and shut down all of the robots this way. But again, we want the XP and the scrap. Now, something else I'm going to point out is you do get a little hint as you're exploring. Look out for these yellow fabrics here. A lot of times that will tell you that this is an area that you can jump up and explore. Now, another cool feature of the game is that I have the auto heal hotkeyed to 0, but if you hit that, you'll use your vaporizer during combat, but if you're not in combat, you'll simply use food to restore your health. Just like that.
Commander, the situation is becoming more fluid than I'd originally planned for. We've got to change our approach. Split the team to handle comms and security concurrently.
Good to know DeVries is consistently on edge. Wasn't just me. You'd think she'd never been on a mission before. Everyone knows fluid's about the best you can hope for. Well, sitting here jawing ain't gonna accomplish much. Looks to be central dispatch on the right with security ops on the left. Which you taking, Commander? We'll hit the other.
Yes, I think I'll stick to the shadows. Take the security ops.
Kinda figured that'd be your choice. Ibarra and I'll take central dispatch, then meet you at the skip labs. We'll stay well out of trouble, won't we, Cadet?
That's right. I'm taking your words to heart, Commander. Not aiming to play hero. Just here to get the job done.
Right. Well, then, notwithstanding Ibarra's enthusiasm here, or DeVries' concerns over fluidity, I'm fairly certain we've got this under control. Rest easy, Commander.
So you see how our dialogue at the beginning of the game influenced the dialogue right there. But what are we going to do first? Explore.
Agent Pascal, ma'am, I've been cogitating on how best to gain entry into Central Dispatch. You know, without bringing all manner of chaos down on us.
Oh, you gonna school me on some of that newfangled academy training of yours? So long as it don't result in us being unceremoniously shot, suppose I could hear you out.
Getting shot certainly part.
And a little tutorial about the tactical time dilation. Now there's not a way to get back in over there.
Error. Minor structural deviation caused. Logging self-demerit.
Now we can take these out if we want. Again, that's some good scrap. And right now, at this point, ammo is not much of a problem. See, we replace those combat rounds pretty quickly. Nothing up here, but always, again, always good to check. And if you do see me miss anything, I mean, I have played through this 4 or 5 times, but it's still possible that I might forget something. Please leave something in the comment. Let me know and let others know. So we're going to leave them with that entrance, and we're going to head this way. Just double checking.
Security ops is heavily guarded, so be vigilant. You'll need to shut down security measures once you're inside. I've left a drop for you in the watch post. There's a key to a maintenance tunnel you can follow into the building.
So you can go here, but it's not going to let you in yet. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this guy. Get his scrap.
thought to how we ought to proceed? Being awfully quiet.
Plan's coming, honest. How about I, show you when we get to where we're going?
Get this coolant. That's good scrap. That's everything in here. Now, I have not found a way to jump up there. You see, there is an auto mechanical. But again, I've not figured out a way to get up there to get at him. Get some goodies there. Don't forget to go over here.
Jepson and I are in position above the sector,
Get
Commander.
that mag
Path's
pick.
been cleared. Only encountered one guard. He's been dealt with.
You should have seen it. Wasn't pretty.
As long as it was done righteously in the name of the Earth Directorate. Right, Sandoval?
I wouldn't stand too close to the airlock when we're back on the ship, Pascal.
Why? Is there something wrong with the airlock?
Now, don't shoot these sprats yet. Little tutorial about awareness and stealth. So we see there's just the one auto mechanical. But we're going to go ahead and take him out. Get that XP. And again, thoroughly explore. Even though I don't remember anything being here, I want to set a positive example. Make sure to go down to the end of this. Whenever you see a light down here, also a tip-off for loot.
I've stashed a knife in the maintenance access for you, with, instructions on how to use it to quietly bypass the guards.
All right, so we'll go this way. We'll loot when we come back. As you can see, there's a guard down there. I'll bypass him. And go in here. Follow this blood trail. And we get this stealth melee weapon. A little more XP for lockpicking there. Don't miss this pitchball card. All right. So let's go ahead and hotkey this like so. And I'll go ahead and demonstrate a stealth kill.
All I can. That is my great sovereign's loving pleasure.
We get a mag pick from him. Part 1 of this safety instruction manual. Nothing up here, but again, don't ever pass these up. We'll get back into the sneak mode. And we'll get a little dialogue here.
Have you seen Maori since their return? The state they're in, it saddens me.
Yes, it is sad that they weren't worthy. Otherwise, they'd have had the strength and constitution to emerge a better subject, more able to fulfill their duties.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. Praise be to the Protectorate.
So now if you go up to this window, after we thoroughly explore, you'll see there's a couple of guards in there. One is patrolling and one generally has his back turned. Now instead of going through the door, again, take this hint, yellow drop cloth. I'm going to go through this vent.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
And then we can just sneak right up here. I don't know if you can see on the little map here, the little round map, you see the blue chest. That way we know to go back and loot. A bid for mental refreshment. We see we have this terminal here. And we get a little bit of lore, but what we really want to do is eject this pump station access key, which we can do because we have hack and a bypass shunt. Get some bits, just what they use for cash here in the game. And we get our mag pick back. So we can see by looking through here, we have another area. Thank you for that XP and some more ammo. Ugh. Here's safety instruction manual number 2. Get another mag pick back.
I've left some distraction devices in a floor panel by the scaffolding. Use them to breach the control room. Just wait until their guns are pointing away from your position.
But let's go back and explore this first. Some goodies in here. A little info there. Some goodies. Nice safe for some XP. Now, if you had chosen either the innovative trait or had put a point in engineering, you would be able to rewire this auto mechanical, but it's not that critical. So that's all the goodies from here. Let's go find that scaffolding DeVries was talking about. Some advertising for mental refreshment. So we see, check up here, nothing up here. So we're going to kind of skirt around the edge to find that scaffolding she was talking about. We pick up our first throwable devices. Make sure that we don't leave any goodies behind up here. Come on. Okay. And what do we have here? A yellow cloth. I think we all know what that means. We look around, see that we missed anything on top of anything here.
Here, here. I don't care where I'm assigned. The bounty bestowed upon each of us is superlative.
Now again,
we don't live in one of those greed-driven corporatists.
You have a walker here, and then you have a trooper there with his back turned all the time. So I suggest going over this way.
Would have been others for me to let lie. We all are equal in the service of the sovereign. Here, here. I don't care where I'm assigned. The bounty bestowed upon each of us is superlative. Thank the matriarch we don't live in one of those greed-driven corporatist colonies.
So we'll just wait and drop down behind him right here. And then this guy is easy.
Our system is the best anyone has ever had. Perfection is perfect. Our paradigm is
And since we grabbed the access auto mechanical controls, we can use those. And disable.
Good. Those mechs should give you no more problems. Rendezvous with your crewmates outside and meet me at the skip labs as soon as possible.
Okay, but before we do, what should we do? Thoroughly loot. Get our mag pick back. Again, take time to read all of these. I'm just kind of moving through. Don't miss this one. Notice of the royal family's visit. All right, that's everything to loot.
We're en route to the comms control module. Just need to deal with these guards, quiet-like.
All right, not going to let us in there. But I do want to cover this. So you're going to run into these auto docks. Now the auto docks will, if you use them, and they are a one-time only use, fully heal you. But if you're currently fully healed, it will add another charge to your inhaler. So if you see down here at the bottom, we currently have 4 charges, just right below the red bar, and then right below that is the fork and knife, and to the right of that shows how many charges you have in your infuser, inhaler, whatever you want to call it. So now, as you can see, we're up to 6, and the blue liquid is no longer in this auto dock. It's a one-time only use. So again, we come out here and it's time to fully explore and loot. Since we've shut down all these auto mechanicals. This time our curiosity is not rewarded.
Give us a minute. Something's not right.
Now it says to go reunite with the crew. Before we do that, let's explore. Again, even though I know that nothing is over here, I want to make sure that you get in the habit of always exploring and checking. And we'll get this little explosive cutscene. After you pass through these doors. We'll go in there and explore in a minute.
Whoa. Hold on. What's this doing here?
What's that? An explosion? Avara, Pascal, do you copy? Niles, say something.
What the fuck just happened? I see smoke.
So let's go over here.
Attempting to resuscitate Agent Ibarra. Please stay clear. An unabridged debrief is not available at this time, but in the parlance of Agent Pascal, some crazy, censored, alert. This unit has lost contact with Agent Pascal. There is a 90% chance she is trapped under rubble, most likely mortally wounded and beyond help. Triage protocols dictate stabilizing Agent Ibarra's vital signs before commencing recovery efforts. Please secure the area. Attempting to move Agent Ibarra is not advisable at this time. This unit will relocate Agent Ibarra to the incognito once he is stabilized or deceased. All other agents are advised to continue with the next mission objective. Please head to the Skip Labs now. Per Earth Directorate guidelines, an incapacitated agent's equipment is available for team use. Agent Ibarra's rifle is now yours, Commander. Using it may improve your odds of survival.
And yes, it will. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in our number 2 slot.
Commander, guards are closing in on your location. Agent DeVries, we need an updated tactical report. We've got agents down.
This makes no sense. There were no hostiles in the immediate area. No logical cause for that explosion.
Go back into crouch.
Nothing more we can do for them.
And we're going to kind of go over here to the left.
We have no choice but to keep pushing forward.
You're going to see some scientists run by, which is fine. Just hide over here for a minute. And we'll get this guy that will stop. Now it's a good time for the... Good time for a little tactical time dilation. Now, when you're aimed like this, you move really slow. That's going to be all the threats for now, so we can thoroughly explore. Some goodies in here, including another Mac. And as I alluded to earlier, we are going to go in this room, but you've got to go around here to get to it. Let's make sure that there's nothing up on top of there. And from up here, we can see that we're not missing anything. Luckily, we've picked up that extra mag pick. I really appreciate the lack of a lockpick game. Picked up some good short ammo there. Black powder, which is important for crafting more ammo. And we're going to go in here. Just ready our knife. If you did get a little scraped up, go ahead and use food to heal. And here's another auto dock to boost the number of charges we have in our inhaler. Now we see we're up to 9. We get our mag pick back right there. And the reason why I have our knife ready is because the scientists that we saw fleeing have all come in here to cower and hide. Hi, guys. Sorry about that. Now, they usually give up some goodies. Doesn't look like we got anything off of them this time. Get some more short rounds, some more compact rounds. We'll get a little story on Cadet Corbin. Have his journal, and we can see information on him and what he thinks about mental refreshment and his problems with demerits. Yep, usually you get some goodies off of these guys, but leaving no witnesses. I'm pretty sure I got everything in here. I just want to double check. As I recall, there was something right there. And then back here. So yes, I think I've got everything. Oh. I'm glad I came back. I was thinking there were 3 things in there, so I'm glad I went back. And I think that's everything. Let me see. For some reason I thought there was something back around here. Oh well, all good. Again, if I missed something, make sure and point it out in the comments. We get another mag pick here, and then sometimes the game glitches. We'll see if it works for us. If you go through and then turn around and come back, sometimes it repopulates. But here's our buddy Corbin. Let's go have a talk with him.
Hey, you there! Come over here at once! Please? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at your post? Has this whole facility gone mad? Something awful has happened. We must be on our guard. Security ops cannot even be reached despite all of my attempts. This should be impossible. The automechs all returned to their charging stations and deactivated. And then there was the explosion. Please, tell me you know what's happening here. By the matriarch, your voice. You're the one I spoke to over the intercom, but you're not Maori, which means I let an unauthorized person into the facility. No. I am ruined. You've played me for a fool, talked me into an action that borders on treason. And now, the price must be paid. I'm a loyal subject, I swear. Why would you do this to me?
So we get this renegade background.
Never. I'll not compound my guilt by helping you further. I'll just wait here for them to come and take me away. It is over for me. I need accepted. I know I'm still a loyal subject, even if no one else does.
So then we also have these other objects. One, because we're sickly, we'll go ahead and pick this just because it's funny. Now we have this information because we discovered it through reading his journal.
How else should I sound? Being sentimental refreshment is now a certainty. Besides all of this, my latest perpetual appraisal of purpose was less than adequate. It's just sitting on Arbiter Jackson's terminal, waiting like a blade above my head. When the demerits for this are added, maybe I'll be lucky and they'll just execute me instead.
So with that, we have that. Since we have the hack trait.
What do you mean, help me out? There is no help for me. Petitioning for redress is only admissible in extreme circumstances. Anything else shows a disrespect for the system's purity and perfection. I'm not certain I follow. You're saying you would alter an official report without authorization? To cover my abject failures? I've never heard of such a thing. Why, that could be like having a new start. Wait, what am I saying? I cannot be party to your scheme. I'd be caught for sure.
And here's where our speech trait comes in handy.
You do that for me? Yes, at once. Glory be to the Protectorate.
Now, if you piss him off, he'll lower the gates and all the auto mechanicals will come after you. We can go into this pump station here. Because we took the key earlier, get a little XP and get some scrap from him.
The turret is non-functioning.
We'll come back to him in a minute. After we do a little more exploring. Oh, no goodies. It is also possible to sneak in here and lockpick this door. I'm not going to use, I need to save our lockpick for something else. But you can lockpick that, sneak up on Corbin and take him out if you want to. Like I said, let's see, it is perhaps possible to let's see if we got the glitch. Like I said, sometimes this mag pick will reappear right there. I don't know, perhaps they fixed that in the latest patch. Now, since we got the pump key, we're going to go through here instead of going straight forward to the skip labs. We're going to go through here, and we're going to be sneaky. We heard him mention the turrets. There's a guard right there. So what we're going to try to do is sneak over to that door right there.
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully.
As you can see, there's an electrical current that runs through here. It will zap you and hurt you. So we're not going to go through there.
Perfect society demands perfect thoughts. Imperfection is impossible when the mind is a thing of symmetry.
Let's go ahead and enable this turret. Now let's see, sometimes he gets the turret, sometimes it gets him. Looks like it got him this time. You have to be careful because there is another guard down there. Alright, let's see what happened here. Might have to do a little tactical time dilation. Still another guard standing back over there. Sometimes they come down this way, so So yeah, there's 2 of them over there. Oh, and we have this guy right here. Almost didn't see him.
Serve.
And there's one more.
Replenishing my firearm.
All right. We took a few hits there. We'll go back and explore. I don't remember that there's anything back here, but again, want to set a good example. Now there's another door here. Now there's a way to. There's a ladder you can go down. There's a pet sprat down here. You see there's his little bowl. Now it is possible to run and jump across, but I tend to not be that athletic. We're just going to go back the way we came and do our best not to get shocked right here. Just wait for, there we go, the electricity heading back. There is another turret right there that you can go through here. We get a grenade, which is good. And we can activate this turret and take it out for some possible XP. All right, back to rifle time. And sneaky time. I think I did get everything over here, if I recall. Now I'm going to save our lockpick because we can use this. Well, let's read the messages first. We're going to secure access. And we can use this to unlock the safe. And we can disable the barrier. Now, just in case, as you can see, there is a crawl space you can go through. It will drop you on the other side of the barrier. So again, kudos to the game for giving you lots of opportunities to solve different problems differently. Okay, we can go through here. Don't remember that this is back through where Corbin was. Since he opened this for us. Again, I'm going to run down here and see if that mag pick. It did not. So we got a ton of extra XP for going through the pump station rather than just following through here over this So this is kind of scripted.
I don't know what happened out there. This is all going wrong. Niles. He was a promising agent, but we've got no time for grieving. Take the lift behind you and get to me as soon as you can. It is imperative we retrieve this unsealed core and escape this station, lest his sacrifice be for nothing.
All right, so we do that. There'll be some goodies in here we'll want to grab. Don't remember anything being over here, but I'm just going to double check. Now what we're going to want to do here go in this bathroom, get the goodies out of here. I think that's everything. Just double check. Thought that there was something in one of these urinals. Okay, now what we're going to want to do is we're going to go forward and then sneak underneath. Not this one, but the next one. And we'll come back and explore and loot later.
Commander, be on your guard. I'm picking up increased security activity in your area. They'll be at your location at any moment.
So we can hide out here.
It is not our place to question.
And he should be walking by on this side here. Just have to be a little bit patient. And then we want to get back and go under here.
Every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Uh-oh. See, that's why we're over here. He found the body.
Disagreeable business. Could have sworn I... Ah, well.
And we see he walks back. Now there's one more we got to worry about. Now, if you had the scientific perk, or if your background was professor, I mean, you would understand some of what's right there. There's the other one. All right, time to explore, pick up the goodies. Alberman's observations about the containment process. I think that's everything. I think I got all the desk surfaces. Oh! No, you'll definitely want to come back down here. And learn about this. Now, we don't have any of these perks, but if you had lucky, it would just let you press a bunch of buttons. Again, we're not going to worry about that. We'll go through here.
Commander, can you hear us? Something's wrong. We can't get into the skip lab, and DeVries isn't responding to our comms.
In other words, we're trapped out here. So don't count on us for backup. We'll be busy keeping ourselves alive.
Don't worry about us. Just get to DeVries and liberate that core so we can get out of here.
And now if you go to your journal, remember we promised old Corbin we'd look at his appraisal. And if we do that, and believe it or not, it really doesn't matter what we pick. You're going to get the points for the objective, but believe it or not, we will be running into Corbin again later. So we'll just do as we promised and delete all his demerits so he will be useful to us in the future. And then we can read about the others. And we get a nice fat XP bonus. Like I said, it's the same bonus regardless of whether you erase his demerits or not. That door is sealed, so we can't go through there. Get some compact rounds and some short rounds and another grenade. I know I haven't been using their grenades yet. And then we have the auto dock. But let's go ahead and use food. Cool, now we're up to 12 doses and we have our vendor. Now let's see what we can have that we can sell. We can sell our junk. We can sell some of these foodstuffs, but instead we're going to save all of this because we'll break this down to craft. So let's just go to the buy mode. As you can see, we've got plenty, and what we're going to want is to buy all these short rounds. We'll have plenty of compact rounds later, so I'm not going to buy them. You can if you want to. We'll just save our money. But that's the whole purpose of having the Suave bonus. Now, if you're observant, if you have the observant, you can see that you can open that up and go through there.
The Sovereign provides a system of bodies.
Now, here's the time to either use a grenade or the distractive. You see that there's this guy that just stands right there all the time, and then there is a walker right there. And then this guy. So you've got three of them. Wanted to make sure we still have our rifle. But if you go to throwables, now you see we have the distractive device and some grenades.
Determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our
Merit study? There you are, you awful rascal.
It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Well, we didn't get them distracted. Let's try one more time.
Rating vexatious gizmo.
Of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw.
Irritation.
Perfect
Silence.
manufacturing
The
process.
Sovereign provides a system of lines.
But none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together.
Some kind of slackwit faffing about. The source of the disturbance is known to me.
I was hoping I could get them all gathered over in one corner.
Have this off in a minute.
It's just time for a shootout.
And etching.
So probably could have done that a little better. But I just couldn't get that. If you could get the distractive thing. Oh. Oh.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears.
Again, there's this little electrical panel that you can activate
Who introduced the flaw into our
through there.
skip drive manufacturing process.
If you have the observant
Fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone.
skill, you'll drop down through there and go through.
The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate, but none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip drive is our legacy. It is our mandate. It is who we are. And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears.
We got Alderman, part 2 of Alderman's observations on the skip drive cores.
Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw.
So again, if you're observant,
skip drive manufacturing
you can toss the little summoning object here, get them all around here, and turn on this electrical panel, and it'll shock a bunch of them. But we didn't have that option.
The brains of Horizon Point Station to determine the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Now this one's kind of a tough one to sneak. We can try to sneak this guy. He's a tough one, but let's go for it.
Take a gander. Giving chase.
What was... No.
And there's one more. He's down this way. See if we can just VATS him. When he walks out of there. All right, looks like we'll be able to sneak up on him after all.
Question, don't doubt. Let your betters think for you.
This paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve. Ah, nothing came of it.
And that should be all of them. You can use this to open the door. But before we go through, get that little bit of lore about what's going on here in the station. There, we'll walk a lot faster. Thought there was something right here, perhaps not. Well, I thought there was some loot scattered about in this room, but I guess not. Again, if I missed something, just leave it in the comments. Okay. Can't go in there. And then this is scripted, so once you go here...
Boy, damn it! Can't you get anything right? You were supposed to be dead already. I shouldn't have depended on your unwillingness to play by anyone's rules but your own, working to my advantage. Oh, an infuriating miscalculation on my part, but one that will soon be rectified.
It really doesn't matter what dialogue choices you pick here.
You think I'd betray you, or the Earth Directorate, or my principles for a handful of bits? There is no betrayal here, though it is understandable someone like you would see it thus. No. The explanation is far more simple. The grand plan mandates this abomination of an experiment must die, and you along with it. I have neither the time nor the need to explain the veracity, the nuances of the plan to one such as yourself. I was fond of him too. Saving him would have been preferable were I given the choice. But the plan cares not for our wants. I couldn't risk the delicate balance of the predictions. The mathematical computations involved are very specific.
So as you can see, she's been drinking the Kool-Aid.
There is no too late. This is happening right on time, as it must. And whether Niles is alive or dead has no bearing on it. Farewell, Commander.
And then this is all scripted cutscene. Sorry, loud as hell.
Shovrin's family has been killed by a naturally occurring rift anomaly. High priority alert to all Earth Directorate agents. Contact with Earth has been low.
Identified ships on the edge of Arcadia.
It's no longer just a spacer's choice, it's Auntie's choice. Greater value for your men.
Arcadian citizens, we've come to deliver you from oppression.
And we get that great theme music. Again, about as loud as it can get.
You're not hearing me, Val. They were out there for almost 10 years. You know what usually happens when someone left in suspended animation that long.
Explosive cell death may result from extended periods of suspended animation. Death occurs quickly as the human body rapidly liquefies.
Exactly. And it would be my fault it happens. Oh, I never should have stopped looking. I can't face the commander right now. Not like this. I'll be in the cockpit.
Welcome back to consciousness, Commander. Please accept your back pay for the previous mission. It has been prorated according to the mission's failure and your unapproved 3,468-day sabbatical. Some post-hibernation nausea is to be expected. Please direct any vomit away from your Valerie unit. Revival protocols mandate a physical and cognitive test to confirm mission readiness. This is to ensure no unexpected changes have occurred regarding your abilities, Commander. Due to your prior medical history and general fragility, this assessment is especially recommended.
So this is the point where we're going to respec to better reflect our Harry Flashman character and his playstyle.
Say,
So we're going to keep the brilliant trait, but instead of suave, we're going to go with lucky. And then we're going to keep the sickly trait. There's no telling how many diseases and viruses old Flashman has been exposed to in his trips around the universe, that we're not going to have to worry about prices too much. So while many might say that Harry Flashman is brilliantly suave, I'm going to say that he's brilliantly lucky. Then as far as our skills go, we're going to take off lockpick and we're going to add engineering. And what this will do is put 2 points in tech, put 2 points in hack, and we'll still have 2 points in speech. And we'll continue playing on normal.
Assessment complete. It appears you experienced some changes while in suspended animation, but nothing of concern. This unit will update your records accordingly. An event summary will now be provided to improve your situational awareness, Commander. If you feel yourself beginning to liquefy at any point, please notify this unit immediately. Following an aggressive merger between Anti-Cleo's and Spacer's Choice, the new corporate entity known as Anti's Choice invaded Arcadia. Anti's Choice claims they are following market demands and liberating Arcadia through the power of capitalism. Many have died. Unfortunately, their invasion fleet also exacerbated the rift anomaly created by Agent DeVries' sabotage of Horizon Point. This means no ship can enter or leave the colony. The rift also remains a threat to the colony. Current estimations suggest the rift will destroy Arcadia in the next 10 years, give or take 7 to 8 years. Correct. At some point in the next decade, the rift will result in the complete annihilation of all life in Arcadia. But currently, it is a low to medium priority concern. Agent Ibarra has expressed far more confusion and alarm about Agent DeVries' latest actions. Agent DeVries did indeed survive Horizon Point. This was confirmed when she brought down the old Earth Directorate surveillance satellite earlier this month. The satellite had been gathering information since before your mission. When it fell, it signaled agents across the colony, leading to the discovery of you and Agent DeVries. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. This unit has observed a marked improvement in Agent Ibarra's hygiene regiment since the satellite was brought down. He is shaving again and routinely changes his clothing. Final update. Due to the deaths of every other squad member, Agent Ibarra is now a full agent. He is currently in the cockpit. Please extend your congratulations when you see him.
And we've leveled up. Because I pre-ordered the game, I have the availability of this consumerism flaw right off the bat. I'm going to go ahead and accept it, giving us 15% lower vendor prices, but 10% lower value for selling. We'll be doing a lot more buying than selling. So I'm going to go ahead and accept it. And we've gotten 2 more perks. So with the skills, we got 2 more skills. You'll get 2 skills per level. What I'm going to go and do is I'm going to put 1 in lockpick and I'm going to put 1 in observation. Now that we've assigned our skills, we can go to the perks. And our first perk that we're going to pick is Pickpocket. That's why I put 1 point in Lockpick. Now, there's 90-something perks here. You're never going to be able to select them all, but you can favorite some. So there's some that I'm going to favorite real quick. And the ones I'm going to favorite are Trophy Hunter, which you can take right away, Commando, Trick Shot, Through the Keyhole, Space Ranger, Hot-Blooded, Sharpshooter, Restricted Area, and Treasure Hunter. And that's why I put 1 point in observation earlier, because Treasure Hunter is one you want to get as soon as possible. So when we hit level 4, that is the perk that we're going to add. So we'll call it here for video. Thanks for following along. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this was helpful. And things I've pointed out, hopefully you find this game interesting and want to play it, or if you've already begun playing it, I've pointed out some things that you may have missed or opened your eyes to a different kind of play style. As always, thanks for following along. Please remember to give a like, thumbs up, and leave any comments. If I missed any loot along the way or anything you think I should have done differently, please let me know. We'll see you in the next video.